right, so I remember some 2 Saturdays ago, I was at a Fantasy Dome where this man was called upon to do the opening for Shatta Wale. And after that, I think that he is the man to look out for if you are talking poetry in Ghana. His name is the Postman, and my name is Sammy Flex. I have seen or I've heard some 1 or 2 works from this gentleman, but then after that energetic, that beautiful performance and opening at Shatta Wale's Rain concert, I said that I need to have a chit chat with him. What really inspires his writing? What is he up to? And again, is he open for other businesses? That is what we are about to do here on the Real Talk, produced by Currency, the digital rasta, here on Sammy Flex TV. His name is the Postman. First of all, the name Postman. Why have you worked at the post office before?
No.
Well, I know that is where we have postmen.
Yeah, I've never worked at the post office before. But the name came out when I felt that I've been given something to deliver to mankind.
Okay.
So, in the means of delivery, I'm a postman because that's what postmen do. They deliver. Yes.
Oh, okay. So the delivery of your message. That is what you post.
Yes.
It's not as if you work at Accra post office.
No.
But what's your real name?
Ado Henry.
Ado Henry.
Yes.
And I want to believe you are a Ghan.
Yeah, let's say I'm a Ghan.
What do you mean by let's say? Because anytime I listen to your pieces, I like the inclusion of someone or two.
Yeah, I'm a Ghan. I'm a Ghan.
This man is up to something, but then I still won't mind him because he is saying, let's take it like I'm a guy. Okay. Now, the poetry business, how large is it in our Ghanaian industry? How recognized are you guys in our scheme of things?
Well, we are being put behind closed doors when it comes to the art and entertainment industry. We are not given a chance to exhibit our talents for the whole nation and the whole continent to see what we have in us. So it's more or less like one or two people are those always getting the top spot, and everything is about music in this country. So I think with the poetry aspect, we are not being helped at all. Yeah.
Who are those at the top, if I may ask?
Okay, I mentioned the top because there are 1 or 2 people I have heard that I follow their works. Mutumbo.
Mutumbo the poet.
Yeah, Mutumbo, and I think Rhyme Sonny also. Yes, I've heard Rhyme Sonny. He does good poetry, same as Mutumbo. Gombila is also good. Then Lanza Lawrence. Yes. Then I meet others.
See, how about Black? There is a young man called Black.
Black. Okay, excuse me, but I've never heard Black.
You know, what's the name proper? Black something. I've forgotten. Forgive me. He has some long beard, be like that. Yes. But how closer are you to the players in the game? Because I know they have some 1 or 2 events like Halakasa. So Black is the organizer of
I've now seen Black.
Now you
I've now seen Black. Yeah, I've seen Black.
He is the man in charge of Halakasa. Yeah. How closer are you with them? Because some of them I've hosted them on my radio platforms, but then I never came in contact with you.
Okay. I'm not too close to them, but there are times that I go for their Halakasa program at the National Theatre to witness their show. But with the kind of poetry I'm doing deep thinking, not spoken word.
Hey. Now I'm interested. What is deep thinking and what is spoken word? Who is not thinking deep here?
I'm not saying someone is not thinking.
Okay, so he has given us something new, the Postman.
Yeah.
Some people are doing deep thinking poetry and others are doing spoken word. Let's get this education.
Yeah. Let's say with the way we have genre of music, we have hip life, we have dancehall. I'm seeing theirs to be spoken word. But if you're listening to the kind of poetry I do, the kind of piece I release, you can't give a one-time listening understanding to what I do. But there are some people, so in the moment they say the thing, you know where they are driving at.
Okay.
Yeah, but with mine, you have to think twice or thrice to try to decode what I've said. Yeah, so with mine, the kind of poetry I'm doing is deep thinking. deep thinking reciter, not spoken word.
So what you write about, they are not for the shallow minds.
Yeah, they are not for the shallow minds. Yeah, thanks for
If you are not
if you are not
thinking deep, you will never understand. But then this is Ghana, where your trade is a lesser known discipline in the arts. And now that you are doing what the ordinary person might not understand, how do you get quick recognition?
Yes. Like they say, education is expensive. And if you are saying it's expensive, so you won't venture into, you have to try ignorance. So if you try to understand what I'm delivering, you get more insight from what I'm saying. But if you just block your mind that what he's saying, I didn't get the first understanding, so I won't dig deep, then you live in an ignorant world. Yeah.
So what it means is that to understand a postman's poetry, you need to go and read dictionary.
No, not that, but you really have to think deep. You really have to think deep. There are certain statements when people make them, you only get the understanding from what they've said.
Okay.
That even when they come in, they are trying to say that this wasn't what I meant. You can easily tell them that, but this is the statement you made. But with mine, it's like a double-edged sword. If it's not killing you, it's killing me. Yeah, so in delivering it, either you get wounded or I get wounded.
I see. What does it mean that even if you are writing love theme, is it still going to be deep for someone to understand, or when it is love theme, it is very light?
It's still going to be deep. It's still going to be deep because love is something, brother. I'm not a counselor to counsel on love, but what I know is that love is something, brother. So if I'm saying something love, maybe you are finding happiness in it, but the other person is not. So in order to please both sides, I have to go in and come out.
Okay.
So when I go deep, I come out.
When I go deep, I come out can mean so many things, but we can ignore that. So at the moment, are you doing full-time poetry for survival, or you have some kpakpakpa alongside?
Yes, for now I'm doing full-time poetry.
Is it paying?
Yeah, it's paying.
That's what you survive on?
Yeah, that's what I survive on.
How do you get paid? Do you have albums? How often do you get calls to perform at events?
Yes. With what I've started now, doing the poetry for the celebrities, normally when I give to them, they don't just accept the work. They also give something that support yourself with this one. So that one also aids in the next recording and also is able to sustain me for some time before I deliver to another artist.
Oh, yes. Okay. So every celebrity you've done a piece on paid you?
Yeah, they give me something.
Is it a charge you put on them or from their own volition?
Yeah, from their own free will, they gave it to me.
I see. Yeah. Who can you mention that has given you something?
Okay, when I did for Stoneboy gave me something. I did for Samini's manager also gave me something. Then I did for Shatta Wale recently. He just blew my mind off.
So he blew your mind.
He blew my mind off.
Okay, now this is it. Because I've listened to so many pieces from the Postman, and I got to listen to him, and even I saw him perform at the Just Ended Rain concert. I want us to listen to the piece he did for Shatta Wale. Let's take our time, listen to that piece, and when we come back, we'll go deeper into it. What motivated him to do this piece for Shatta Wale, and what is the way forward for this man called the Postman? What was the title you gave to the piece you did for Shatta Wale?
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this one is called Wonder Boy.
Every human, born of a woman, has a beginning. Thus is our genesis. This deep thinking tale you're about to listen to, I want you to incline your ears to it as I speak and make a connection with me to understand its content and be able to tell this story of the wonderful boy to the next generation. The Postman. There was a boy who was written off in Genesis within his own territory, even at a time when he boldly announced his name in Exodus. To redeem his image, he was told it wasn't of any relevance to society. So in Leviticus, he availed himself as an ecclesia chosen by the Maker to minister to the nations. He outlined his laws and duties, set them on a big ship to begin his mission. In numbers, he declared Mokoho, meaning no man shall pass with ease and had no problem. He said good morning to his fans and asked, Mr. Badman, how you doing today? In a Shatta city, this was how he named his tunes. He appointed his militants and wandered with them through the wilderness. He worked like a fugitive on the run in his own land. A journey purposed for a day seemed to be taking forever to manifest due to the unbelief, disobedience, and disloyalty from his own men. At sunrise, realizing he was on course, he reviewed the laws in Deuteronomy. You can't show him nothing, as he clearly stated in his song with title inked boldly on his neck, prove you wrong. Down to Joshua, he possessed and conquered. Charles Nyama Mensah moved from facing judges to the acquisition of the royal crown, making him king. Established his reign and announced the expansion of his nation, the Shatta movement. In his quest to strive for perfection, it yielded only hatred and bore deep holes in the heart of his own people that only sorrows could be fetched. As the saying goes, give a dog a bad name and hang him. He was named. Nothing good was ever expected to come from him. But here he stands today surrounded with wonders. Indeed, when man proposes, God disposes. Small boy with a big God. He now counts his blessings in kind and in numbers. Wonder boy. Wonder boy. Wonder boy. Wonder boy. The beauty of fire is seen in its flames. As the mountain surrounds Jerusalem, so are his tunes surrounding the world, and is getting the moon, stars, sun to nod to it as it plays. Astonishing how his plight has turned to joy. Actions speak louder than words indeed. He has been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Shatta Wale suffered heartbreaks at night when he heard the echoes in the cold streets. God pleaded his cause when nightmares dressed in darkness began to meet with reality. God strived with them that strived against him, and fought against those that fought against him. He confounded and put to shame they that sought his soul. He made their path slippery and caused them to dig a pit for themselves that only them could fit in. He has moved him from grass to grace, from bandana to Shatta Wale, from local champion to a world-acclaimed lyrical entertainer, from a local stage non-entity to a global spectacular performer, who went down for 10 years and came back and still took the map captive. Oh, how did a stone rejected by yesterday's builder today become the building's strongest pillar? Wonder boy, wonder boy, wonder boy, wonder boy. Echen eya de san yichon obon. Ebilo, shia follow lile ya weda ni achele gbomogbonyo. Eho patashi ni eni oje nwashi ake kotoklo. Eji ade san ni nye oklo ponfijin. Ni atatu eji eshomohe. Shidani ni onchere ba jelebi atatu la amlile. Ade san ke hechen suswake. Aba famo efijin fen. Akele noe. Achimo egbeji fen. Shinyumo gbele noni medafe noni mo achimo chimoe. Kechonje fen ake. Then you may plan it, Jabo mo plan. Nime, Name, Chame in Kenya may nimbo mitwe. Minya mime na buashi. Nyehia kakpano ake. He went down for 10 years, came back and still took the map captive. Wonder boy, wonder boy, wonder boy, wonder boy. The postman.
I want to believe you've enjoyed the piece, the way he did the weaving of words and all of that. So what was the motivation for the Wonder Boy piece for Shatta Wale?
Okay, he's an artist who really inspires me with his kind of music he does, not the danceable tunes, but the raga ones that people don't really get to listen to more. I feel I have a connection with what he says because he's always talking about the street, and these are real things that we happen to have lived some part of our lives on the street. We get to understand that this is something that he's saying that we can relate to. So for him, any day, that kind of he's a part of me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a part of me. So
Since when has Shatta Wale been a part of you?
I started following on his comeback. When he came back, I think around 2012. Yes, I've been following his works since 2012. Yeah, so he really inspires me, like with his tunes. Like I earlier said, not the danceable ones, but with the ones that people fail to listen to. Yeah.
He said people fail to listen to. The Wonder Boy, is it the first ever piece you've done on Shatta Wale?
No. That's not the first piece. I did first one for him last year titled Rain.
Okay.
Yes. So after that one, when I saw his post on Twitter that he wanted to release another album titled Wonder Boy, the thing just came to me that you can do this one, so did this one again for him.
Did you get to present the Rain to him?
I didn't get the right means to get it to him at that time. Yeah.
Okay.
But after the Rain album and everything, I realized that he came to post later on his Facebook
He
page.
posted the first one you did for him.
For him on
but
his
you did not present it to him.
Yes, I didn't
What
present
means that someone found a way to give to him.
Yes.
Okay. On the day of the performance, how was it for you? Because you opened Shatta Wale's performance. When Bolare, the MCs, DKB and Co, when they announced that Shatta Wale was coming, you opened it. How was it for you?
It was like a new environment introduced to me because I've performed, but not to a crowd like that.
Okay.
So from where I was standing and looking at the crowd, I was just careful because this is someone that the media wants something to write about, and not everyone wants something positive to write about him. So I was just careful not to be the part, that he, even his intro failed him. So I was just careful in my delivery. I was just careful. So if you could realize, even moving towards the ends of the stage, I was very, very careful. I calculated my. I just didn't want to be the reason because he is the only one who has recognized this thing in a sense. Because I can boldly say that I'm the first poet who has my work on an album in this country.
Okay.
Yes.
You mean who has your work on Shatta Wale's
Album. Or even on a musician's album. I've not seen any. I stand to be corrected.
Well, some of them, they have also done opening of songs.
Yeah.
Not a track, but some of them I know they've done opening of songs. I know of, I think Nana Sase did something for Nancy some time ago and it goes on like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe yours is a track, as in, like the way people say, the intro of a track. That one I don't know of any yet.
Yeah. So that's how I felt. Yeah.
So on the day you were just scared that something might go wrong in your name.
Yeah, I wasn't scared, but I was careful. I was careful because it's like you representing all the poets in the country. So the moment you go and you flop or you spoil the show, it will send a signal to the other musicians that even if you give them the chance, look at what this guy has done. He will still, So I was just careful not to put my other colleagues in a tight corner. It's an arc I'm building. So if they all walk into this arc, I think we will all survive from that angle. I can't write for every musician, although I'm the one starting this kind of poetry, personality profile poetry. I can't write for every artist. Yeah, so it's more or less like an arc I've built. So if you think you can enter this arc and also write for someone, you can try it.
Did you rehearse what you did on the night?
Yeah, I did rehearse. But when I got there and I saw the stage, I realized that, so I just pictured part of the house that I was using for the rehearsal.
Oh, no, so you did not do dress rehearsal at the auditorium?
No, I did it at home.
Oh.
Yeah, I did everything at home.
So you didn't even know what stage you were going to perform on?
Yeah, so I came earlier that day to come and observe the stage. Then I went back to the entrance of the dome to rehearse over there before I came.
Were you under a little bit of a pressure?
Yes, I was under pressure because the whole world is watching. And you won't let your ignorance about something ruin someone's
Night.
yes. So I was just very careful. I was extra careful that night. I've never been careful in my whole
In your life like that.
Mm.
So after the performance, what are some of the comments you've received?
Yeah, I've gotten calls of people liking my works, and people also message me on Twitter and other social media handles that they love the work I'm doing. I should keep it up. And some also were suggesting certain things I should include, and others too were also still emphasizing on the fact that they like what I'm doing. I should just stick to what I'm doing and continue. That way.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask how much Shatta Wale paid you, but because you said it is mind-blowing, I am still asking which bank you kept the money.
I say with Stanbic.
So all the money is
Yeah, all the
Stanbic
money.
now.
Yeah, all the money.
How huge was that money?
Was very even money he gave me for lunch.
On the day?
Not that day, but after the performance, money he gave me for lunch. I just said in my mind, how can you give me big money that I should go for lunch? This big money, can I take this money?
Man like Shatta Wale, which we day here.
He blew my mind.
Wait, you want to go to lunch? I beg you, think about us. Wow, so he blew your
He
mind.
blew my mind.
So I'm suspecting that this is going to even encourage you to write more about him.
More.
But how about other celebrities?
I have-
Stoneboys
yeah.
and the Saminis?
Yeah, I have a piece. I did a piece for Stoneboy some time ago. I think last 2 years, titled Stone Guard. Then I came to do one for Saminis Untamed, which he allowed me introduce him on stage with that piece last year at Samini Fest.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So you've done that for Samini before? You
Yeah,
also
introduced Samini before. So I have another one coming for Stoneboy again in Medical.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. Now, after that performance at the Fantasy Dome for the Wonder Boy album, have you gotten some opportunities out of that? Have you gotten some open doors out of that?
Yes, I got calls from about 3 or 4 people telling me that they wanted me to work on a jingle for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kept me in a tight corner. Where I really had a problem was where they were asking me how much I charge for that piece. It was kind of
You couldn't state a figure.
I couldn't state a figure. So I just told them that when the work comes out. But on a real, what I charge for a jingle is around 2,000.
2,000 for
2,000.
45 seconds or 60 seconds.
Let's say for now I'm doing it for a minute. So
You do
yeah.
it for a minute. So if anyone wants a jingle in a poetry form, he needs to put 2,000 cash down. And that will be done.
Done.
Have you done anything for an institution, a company, or an organization before?
Yeah, I have it in my cloud, but I've not yet released it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think with this exposure, it will give them the yearning ears to listen to what I've really done. Yeah.
Averagely, how long does it take you to complete one full piece?
Okay, if like what I did for Shatta Wale like this, it took 2 days.
2 days?
2 days. to do
And
that piece.
I think it's about how many minutes?
It's
Duration?
about 5 minutes, 34 seconds.
5 minutes, 34 seconds. It took you 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
What went into the research?
I've already read about him and I know his works. So writing about him didn't need more
Research
research.
time.
Yes. Yes. But if not that I had other things I was doing during the day, it would have been only a day or some hours to finish that piece.
See,
Yeah.
so some of your pieces, just some hours, one day,
Yes.
you are done.
When I'm seated and I'm not moving anywhere, I can write 2 or 3 pieces in about 2 hours.
What kind of environment do you need as a poet to be writing your pieces?
A serene environment. Or anything that goes around, I just get inspiration from what is going around.
Whether it is noise.
Whether it's noise, provided there's someone doing something over there. At times, I only need a word or a statement from someone. So the moment the person makes that statement, the topic comes in mind, right, about this thing. So I just play around the statement the person has made. Then
And you are good. I see. So the piece you wrote for Shatta Wale, that is for the Wonder Boy, when you first did the presentation, did he add, did he subtract because it was going to be about him?
No, he didn't add anything. So he even asked me that he has realized from the piece that I'm someone who studies him from afar. And I told him that, yeah, I've been listening to his works. I'm a fan of what he does. And he was like, oh, okay. He realized that in the piece, so I shouldn't talk long. And that's what he told me.
I see. Remember, his name is Postman. He is a poet. He has done so many wonderful things for celebrities, including your favorite, Shatta Wale. He even did the opening for Shatta Wale at the just ended Wonder Boy concert. And again, he's done it for Samini and other people as well. Who knows? You might be the next person that he's going to write something for. Now, let's come back to the industry of poets. What is the main challenge of the Ghanaian poet?
I think everybody has. For me, I don't see any challenge. Let me put it that way, because I can't talk for another man. But I believe we are all on the same journey, but different destinations. Yes. My mission is different from Mutumbo's mission.
Okay.
And his mission or his agenda in the poetry industry or this part of the industry is different from mine. So I can't really say for his side. But for me, my side, I know I have a target I want to reach. And for now, it's the musicians that have the masses. So you can't just come in, you want to overshadow the music fans with poetry. No. So I have to kill them with sweet soup.
So if I'm not afraid, I'll say now you are using the shoulders of the musicians to also sell your craft.
Yeah, I'm like a creeping plant. I need a tree to touch the sky.
I see.
Yeah, so they are the shoulders I have to climb on. They are the trees.
And now the postman has arrived in the poetry industry.
Yeah, I'll bring the world to Ghana.
Hey, how? The world is already out there.
Yes.
How are you going to bring it to Ghana?
Most of the times I hear people saying they are taking Ghana to the world. So who is bringing the world to us? Who is bringing the world to us? No one. So I will bring the world to us in a sense that I'll preach things to them. There are a couple of, I have an upcoming, let me say, an anthology, a 5-piece album that I will be releasing next year, titled The Thoughts of a Statesman.
The Thoughts of a Statesman.
A Statesman. And when that piece comes out, you understand what I'm saying.
Do you often do stuff on politics, on governance?
Yeah, with The Thoughts of a Statesman, it's interweaved.
Okay.
Yeah, we have politics and we have other social issues that I'm tackling in that piece.
Do you also do stuff for statesmen as you are doing for musicians?
Yes, I have.
Like who?
I have one for our sitting president now. I have
Is it released?
No, I'm yet to.
Okay.
Yes, I have one for Rollins. I have a piece for, but I'm just waiting for the appointed time to just release everything out. Yes.
I see. Have you recorded an album of your pieces yet?
No, I have not. I have not.
Why? Because I know some of your people, they have albums.
Yeah.
Rhyme Sonny, shout outs to you. Yeah. He has the GOAT album also. Yeah. And with all the works you are doing, why don't you put them together on an album so we can start looking for them?
My journey is a calculated one. Yeah, so if I don't have the masses and I do it, it won't gain the attention I need. So like I earlier said, with the shoulders I'm climbing on, they will make the world understand what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say, if not for Shatta Wale, if I should drop a piece right now, people will just overlook the piece and go. But if I should put a link down right now, I post a link, and Shatta Wale also posts that link, Stoneboy posts the link, Samini posts the link, it will get the people's attention. And not forgetting, I have another piece for Sarkodie, which I'll be releasing next month, titled Highest. Yeah, so if these people post your work, they have the masses. So if they post your work, the people will find reasons to it that, oh, okay, if my favorite artist has posted this work, let me give attention to it. And the moment you get caught by what I'm saying over there, automatically you will now start looking for my works to listen to. Yeah.
I see. Have you performed on any international platform yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. But hopefully next year, I'm sure I'm going to go that far. Yeah.
I see. Do you have your own studio where you do the recording?
Yeah, I have a studio. Timmy Timmy Beats, yeah, inside Fanco.
That is the name of your studio.
Yeah.
It is called Timmy Beats.
Timmy Beats.
Inside
yeah.
of Fanco.
Fanco.
So other poets can even come
Come
there.
to Timmy and record.
I see. Which one do you prefer? Doing your pieces with beats underneath them, or doing it vocally or raw without any beats?
There are times that when I quite remember with Stoneboy's own, when I went, he played a beat and I did it on. So he even asked me whether I've heard that beat before. It was just a sound score. I was just saying that, so he was like, Postman, have you heard this beat before? I said no. So with the other ones, they've been raw. I just go and say it, then he scores. It been it, yes.
I see. All right, so his name is Postman, and I believe this is the deal. If you want someone to do some wonderful pieces for you, now that we are getting to the end of the year where organizations and companies will be doing their end of year parties, you can call on Postman to do something beautiful for you. Before I'll leave him, he will surely give me a freestyle, something that those who are following Sammy Flex TV can say, yes, this is one piece that I enjoyed so much. Postman, but then, where can we trace some of your works? Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have any audio channel that we can trace some of your works?
I have a SoundCloud account, The Postman, and I also have a YouTube channel, The Postman, so viewers can get my works from there. Yeah.
Okay. The Postman is Postman.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, guys, go and look for some of his works, and maybe you would even love him more. So, Postman, before we say goodbye, the world is watching you. Let them know what is inside you before they even start looking for your channels.
The Postman. My future is bright, but the hardships of life is bringing my way the things I can never buy. They told you I'm lazy. That's the greatest of all lies. Success is indebted to me. It has promised to pay back in due time. Rejection has got my body parts in a hefty fight. And just this morning, my back has promised never to carry my spine. My situation is pathetic, yet I still wear smiles. Those I helped in my good days today are giving me Nike shoes with Adidas stripes. So help a brother today while you still can. I don't want to drink alcohol. I don't want to be called a drunkard. But here lies the case, even when I drink Pepsi and 7-Up, I still get drunk. In my staggering state, I see 6 to be a trickster and 9 having a better plan. But out of it, I realize they are the same numbers, just that they've been turned upside down. Selfishness is buried in the bosom of the clown. You speak 1,000 languages, but you only have one tongue. When I sleep, I dream. I don't just sleep around. I don't just sleep and snore. So if it's in your power to endorse me and stop tossing me around. The Postman.
All right, so he said something about the letter 9 and the fact that even if he drinks Coca-Cola and what, Fanta? Pepsi. He still gets drunk. He has a big problem. Now, let me ask this final question. When it comes to writing, as a poet, do you have your attention or your concentration more on the rhymes or the wisdom or the sense you write?
I don't focus on the rhymes, but when I clearly said some time ago that with the things I write, I see them. I see the things I write. If you give me a word that I should write right now, I see something like a movie being shown to me. So I just have to pay attention to what I'm seeing and write accordingly. So I don't sit to really seek a rhyme scheme for what I do. But after following what I've seen, you realize that they have their own pattern. The rhymes just fall in place.
Why? Is your kind of thing some spiritual thing?
That's what I'm saying. I'm the postman. What I've been given to me to come and deliver, another poet doesn't have it. Yes, because some of them really think that they have the ability to play with words. Okay. So they know where to rhyme, where not to rhyme, they know where to give a free verse. But mine, I see it. I see it. So if you realize, they all have a storyline that you have to follow. I see the things I write.
I see. So you don't really sit down to say you are writing The Postman. After that, I'll be going to Michigan. You don't do that.
No. The moment you give the title, a story has started playing. The moment you give the title, the story has started playing.
This man is a wizard. Postman, do you want to share your contact number and social media handles with our viewers around the world?
Yeah. My contact is 050-736-9060. And you can also connect with me on social media, the Postman.
Okay, mention the contact again.
050-736-9060.
Okay. All right, so you have to get in touch with him. He has something to offer you, whether you are a celebrity, whether you are an institution and you want someone to write a piece about you, commercials or whatever, the man, Postman, is ready to do that for you. I have already received mine from him. He has something wonderful for me that I play on my radio show every morning. And when I listen to the words in there, it gingers me up. It fires me up for me to do my thing. So who knows? You might also be the next person. This has been The Real Talk live on Sammy Flex TV. Remember, production was done by the Digital Rasta, a.k.a. Currency. And I see Lapiji and the man called say K-A-Y. Don't ask why, but we will not give him any piece for free. He would have to pay 2,000 cedis. Salute. We'll meet again some other day. Sammy Flex, I'm done.